Hey, how's it going? In today's episode, I'm going to show you how to sharpen a chainsaw and a good sharpening kit to do it with. Welcome back. I'm Chris Kuzak, and on this channel I cover DIY projects and homeowner solutions to everyday problems. So if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. It's completely free. Thank you to everyone that has hit the like button on my videos lately. Because of you, I'm seeing awesome growth on my channel. It really does go a long way to helping others find the information I share and ultimately help them with their DIY projects. So a few episodes ago, you saw me unbox my Ryobi 40 volt HP chainsaw. You may recall me saying that the amazing performance I was seeing was dependent on keeping the blade sharp. Well, I've been using the chainsaw quite a bit and the time has come to sharpen the blade. So today, I thought I'd show you how I sharpen a chainsaw and the kit I use that makes it relatively easy to do. It is recommended that a chainsaw be sharpened every third fill of the gas tank. Unfortunately, that doesn't help me because my chainsaw is electric. So I had to come up with my own rule for when to sharpen it. Even though it doesn't take gas, it still takes bar and chain oil. So I've decided that my regular sharpening will occur every third fill of oil. I'm going to see how this goes. You know, it may need to be more frequent, but we'll see. You can tell a chainsaw blade is getting dull when it produces more wood dust than wood chips. Ideally, the blade should be sharpened before it gets to that point, but it's a good way to gauge how dull the chain is getting. So recently I started noticing reduced cutting performance from my chainsaw, and I'm getting to the larger logs in my pile of wood. So I need to make sure that this chain is at its best. I use the Powercare Chainsaw Sharpening Field Kit available at Home Depot. It comes with 3 different size round files, a flat file, and a handle to go with them. It also includes some pretty handy guides, the sharpening guide that clamps onto the round files to get the right angle, as well as the guide for filing down the depth gauges. It's a pretty comprehensive kit that's good for us DIYers, so I recommend it to anyone to get started. At some point, the files in this kit will need to be replaced, but they can be purchased separately, so I won't need to replace the whole kit every time I need a fresh file. The chain on a chainsaw is made up of many teeth consisting of a depth gauge and a blade with a gap in between called the gullet. The blades on the teeth are shaped with a 35-degree angle, alternating to the left and the right of the bar. The reason why the sharpening kit comes with 3 different sizes of round files is because there are actually different sized chains out there. My chainsaw has a 3/8 of an inch chain, so I will need to use the 3/8 round file from the kit. It is important to use the right size file to get the whole blade sharpened, so refer to your saw's manual for the size. And if you don't have the manual, try holding the files up to the blade to judge as best as you can the size of your chain. To sharpen these blades, you need to position the chainsaw so that you can push the file on a 35-degree angle. So start by placing the round file in the gullet at a 35-degree angle with the guide on the top plate as level as you can, and push away from yourself. You'll want to run the file through the blade about 3 or 4 times, but make sure that you keep track because you'll need to do the same number of swipes for each blade. It will take a few tries to get the hang of holding the 35-degree angle all the way through the swipe, while at the same time keeping the guide on the top plate level. Now, because the blades alternate directions, you will need to skip every other tooth. Once you've gone around the chain once, you can turn the chainsaw around and do the blades that you skipped over. You always want to be pushing the file, not pulling. As you can see, I'm handling the blade with my hands, so it's usually a good idea to have gloves on when doing this. After all the blades have been sharpened, it's always a good idea to check the depth gauges. This part of the tooth should be lower than the blade so that it can actually get a decent bite on the wood. The more you sharpen the blades, the shorter the depth gauge needs to get. The kit comes with a guide for this, but all you really need to do is run the flat file over the top of the depth gauge to bring it down a bit. So that's how you sharpen a chainsaw. It's a time-consuming process, but when it's all done, you should notice a big improvement in the performance of your chainsaw. It's a great feeling when the blade seems to just slice right through the wood like butter with very little effort needed. Usually when I catch myself trying to really push the blade through the log, I know it's probably time to sharpen the chain. Well, that's it for this video. Please click the like button if you've learned something new so YouTube knows this video is of value and can recommend it to others looking for this info. Thanks for watching, and remember, dream it, fix it, build it. Later.